Okay, so welcome to the Evoke customization tutorial. In this video, I'm just going to walk you through how you can customize the specific components of this template. But if you're completely new to Framer, I would recommend watching our Framer Basics tutorial. You can find a link to it in the descriptions. There you will see how to edit the text, how to manage the site settings, and all of the basics you need to really work with Framer. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into customizing the template. Now I will leave timestamps in the description, so if you're looking for something specific, you can just click there and see what you need. First things first, when you purchase the template, this will be the screen that you see. If you don't see this, you will just need to create a Framer account, but once you do that, you just click copy project to my account and wait for the template to load up. Once that's done, you should see the following screen. Now, one specific thing about this template is you might notice this black rectangle as soon as you load the template. Now, this is not a bug. This is actually how it's supposed to be, because if we play the website, you see we have this cool animation that enters you to the site. And this is why we have this black rectangle. But if you want to remove it in order to edit the hero section, for example, you can simply select it and make it not visible. And then when you need it again, you just open the desktop layer, select the loader component and make it visible. So this is how you can manage this. And now let's dive into actually how we can customize this loader component in order for it to show your agency's name. So you can just double click it and this will open the component settings. And from here you will see we have variant 1, we have arrive, and we have leave states. Now to edit the actual content, you will need to go to the primary variant and then open up those layers. And from here, let's say your agency is called Wise Agency, and you can just select the layer itself, click on it and click enter, and then just change the text. You will not see the changes you're making because this text is not visible, but this is how you can do that. Now, one important thing, once you edit the text, you will see that there is a difference between the top rectangle and the bottom rectangle where your text sits. In order to fix that, simply select this, and then from here you will need to adjust the width so it fits the actual text at the bottom. You have to do it by eye, you can't really measure it, so it roughly has to be the same size as the text below, just like that. And then if we see the second variant, we see that everything is good here. And now if we play the site, you will see that we have the Wise Agency text appearing. So this is how you can edit the loader component. Now, once you've edited the loader component, let's actually talk about editing the navigation. So to edit the navigation, it's very similar because it's again a component. So just double click the navigation, and then from here you can change the logo. So to change the logo, you simply select the actual logo that we have here, double click it, and then here you need to click choose image, pick your logo, and then if it's sized weirdly, you might have to adjust the sizing settings. So what you have to do is just unlock the width and height, and then from here you can make it wider, you can make it taller, or anything you'd like, so that your logo looks nice. And then once you're finished, just make sure to lock this property. So that's how you do that. Then we have the site links. They're linking to all of the different pages on the website, but for example, if you don't need the careers page, you can simply select it and make it not visible. Or if you end up adding new pages to the template, you can simply select one of the links, duplicate it, change the text here, add a link to it, link it to your new page, and then as simple as that, you can have an extra link here. But I'm just going to remove this for the time being because we don't need it. In the top right, we have a CTA where you can put your link here. Currently, it links to the Get Started page. You can make it go into a new tab. You can make it smooth scroll. You can change the text simply by changing it right here. If you want to change the styling of the button, you need to again double click it, and then from here you can change the background color, you can change the text color, you can change pretty much anything you would like. You can add a drop shadow if you want here in the style panel, so you can play around with that if you want to. So this is how you change the navigation. Now the hero section is a bit specific because we have this animation that shows different text So if you want to change that, if you want to keep it for your website, what you have to do is first you need to change the text before the actual animation, the text after the actual animation, and then from here we again have to edit the component. This is a bit tricky to edit, so I would really ask you to pay attention and try to follow everything I'm doing, because you can very easily mess this up. But if you do not need this animation, you can just skip ahead to the actual video where you will see how you can remove this. Okay, so to edit the actual changing words, the easiest way to do it is to keep all of the 5 different words that we have, because you can very easily mess this component up. But if you do want to have, for example, less words, we will also do that in the tutorial, so pay close attention, because this can easily get messy. So to change the words, you would just zoom in into the first variant, and then here you can double click and we can, for example, change this to graphic design. And then what I would recommend is, as soon as you change the word, just click Control or Command A to select everything, then click Control or Command C, and then just paste that word on the layer that you selected, so that we know which layer is for which word. So one important detail for the first text that you change, you have to actually copy it, select the last layer, and then enter, and then just Control V that text. And then here you can again double click this layer, Control V, and paste the graphic design again. The reason we do that is because the last layer right here needs to be the same as the first, because this is how we loop the actual animation. So that's how you change the text on the first word. And then for the second, the process is just very similar. You can select the layer from the left menu. You will not see the text because it's hidden, because we need to animate it. So simply select this layer, click enter, and then here you can change it to, let's say, paid advertising. Control A, copy it, double click here, Control V, paste it. Layer 3, let's rename it to logo design. Control A, copy, Control V, paste it right here. Layer number 4, let's what we can do here, let's just name it sales. We can Control A, Control C, double click here, Control V. So that's how we change it. And then, for example, if you want to remove one of those layers, you can just simply select it and click delete, and this will remove it. And now it's easy enough from here, but what we actually have to do is just zoom out. The variant 4 where we removed one of the words will no longer be needed, so we can just select it like this and click delete. And then from here, let's just select the variant 5 and variant 6, make them a bit closer to our other variants. Select variant 3, make it transition to variant 5. On appear, delay will be 1 second. Let's just check if we have the same setting here. So on appear, delay is 1.5 seconds. So let's just adjust that, 1.5. And then if we play this animation, we will see that we have graphic design, paid advertising, sales, logo design, graphic design, and then we're back again to paid advertising. Now, one issue that happens is the words, as you can see, have a bit of a change in width, but if you preview it in the home page where we have all the settings applied, this will not happen. So this is basically how you change this rotating animation. I know it's a bit complicated, but if you follow the tutorial closely, I'm sure you won't have an issue with it. Now, for example, if you do not want this rotating animation, what you can do is simply select the rotating words wrapper, go to the right side and make it not visible under the styles tab. Same thing for the second piece of text here, just make it not visible. And then we have a little spacer and we can remove this again. And then if you want to have a regular title, you can just have a regular title here without rotating words. One thing, we have a highlight font that we are using to highlight a few words on the headlines. If you want to add that, you can simply select a piece of text, go to the right side, next to styles, remove the heading 1B, here font, change it to Gilda display. and this is how you can achieve that. Now, one thing, once you change this text, you might have to adjust the sizing on the other breakpoints. So you can zoom out, select the mobile breakpoint, and let's make this, for example, 36 pixels. And this is how we can adjust that. Now here we have a little issue. So we have the width set to fit. In order to fix that, just simply select the title and make sure it's to fit, to fill, set to fill, and this will make sure that the words are always visible. I know this was a lot, but this is how you change the title of the Evoke template. I promise you the rest of the template is not as hard to edit. So now let's move to changing the client logos. So we can scroll down, and here in the second section we have this little element where we have a few client logos. So to change it, again, double click and we open this component. We have variant 1 primary, and then we have to the left side of it the actual logos. So what you can do here is just simply drag in a logo that you want to feature. Let's say that we want to feature this logo here. We can just simply drag it and drop it onto the canvas. We can position it next to the other logos, resize it so it fits better, something like that. And then what we have to do is we have to right click and click add frame, and then on the right side just remove the fill color. And then to add it to our logo carousel, simply select the variant 1 primary. We have these 3 dots here and connect it to the new logo, and just like that we have inserted it. One important detail, this dark logo will not be visible on the dark background. As you can see here, you can barely see it, but what I would advise you is to either edit your client logos to be gray or white, so this way they will actually be visible in this widget. But this is how you edit the client logos. Next up, we have the third section where we have this very cool accordion widget that you can expand and read the different content inside. So how to edit this? Again, double click on it to open the actual component, and then from here you can double click again to see the styling. So from here you can edit the actual style of the text. So for example, you can either change the font, change the color of the text. You can, for example, add a background color if you want to make it like blue. You can add some padding like 20 pixels, for example, and you can do all sorts of things here. But for the time being, I will not touch that because the styling is not what I want to change here. Now, to change the actual content of each tab, you simply need to select the one you want to change, go to the right side, and then here you have question and answer. So on question, this actually changes the headline. So headline here, and you will see it changes immediately. And then answer, you can simply type in your answer here. And if we preview that, you will see that we have the answer right here. So this is how you change the text. And if you want to remove something, let's say you don't need this first one, you can simply select it and click delete. If you want to add new tabs, you can select one of those, click Control or Command D to duplicate it, and then you can again change the text on the right side, and just like that you can manage the accordion. Next up, we have the case study section. So here to change the content, it's very simple. Simply double click and change the text, or click the image, go here, change the image, change the headline, the description, etc. So this is easy enough, but what if you want to add a new case study? What you have to do is select this layer right here, go to the layer tab and make sure you have selected the case study layer. Once you have selected that, simply click Control or Command D. In this way you duplicate it, and you can again change the content, change the image, and you can do it as simple as that. If you want to remove a case study, simply select the case study you want to remove, make sure you select it from the layer tab and make sure it is the main case study layer, and then just simply click delete. Then we have the number section. So the number section, it's a bit different when it comes to changing it. What you have to do is just select the number you want to change and go to the right side. Do not double click it, just click it once, go to the right side, and here we have the easy counter settings. And then here you can change the font, you can change the font size, you can change the color, the start number, the end number. You can have decimals if you have thousands. You can edit the speed at which the number counts up. You can have a prefix, which is something that goes before the number. and then you have suffix, which is what goes after the number. So you can edit those just like that. And then to change the text below, simply double click and then change the text. So this is how you manage the number section. Okay, last but not least, we do have the footer. So to edit the footer, we again have to double click it because it is a component. So on the footer, we do have a background image, which is contained here in the desktop variant. So you can select it here on the fill and you can change it. If you want to remove it, you can, for example, have a solid color or just a different image, but I think this background image is solid, so you can keep it there. Then you have the your logo here, so just double click it and same procedure as the navigation logo. Choose your logo, resize it if necessary, so you can just unlock the size property, resize it, lock it back in, and then we're good to go. Then we have the newsletter sign up. So here, if you don't have a newsletter sign up, what you can do is you can simply select this text right here, select this box, click Control V, and then you can remove this newsletter rows. So go to the right side, make it not visible, and here you can have a placeholder description so that it's not empty and it doesn't look ugly. But if you do have a newsletter, what you can do is just make it visible, select the input, and then here you can select from the different integrations that Framer has, so FormSpark, MailChimp, Waitlist, ConvertKit, and then set it up by following the instructions right here. So you will need an ID, user group, etc., etc. So this is how you manage the newsletter. Then we have the page links. You can remove some. For example, if you don't have careers, make it not visible. If you want to add more stuff, select one of the links and Control D it to duplicate it and change the text and add a link in the top right. Then finally, we have the follow us social media icons. Currently, we have 3 social media icons, and to change those, you can simply select one of them. And then, for example, if you don't want to show YouTube, but you want to show Facebook, you can simply type in Facebook, and this will change the icon. And then here, simply select this and put your link in. If you want to add more social media icons, you can select one of them and click Control or Command D to duplicate. Select one of them, and then here we can change this Twitter logo to a YouTube logo, and then here you can put your YouTube link. So this is how you edit the social media icons. Now, one important detail that you might miss: do not forget to change the copyright notice here. Just simply plug in your agency name, and then in the right side we have this designed by Wise. Now this will help us, attract more clients in the future potentially. So I would greatly appreciate it if you keep it. But if you do decide to remove it, this is how you can do that. Simply select it, click delete, and then here you can center this copyright notice just like that, so it looks nice and uniform. Okay, so this concludes the homepage edits. Now let's move to the team page. So let's select the page tab here, select team, and now I will show you how you can manage the team members. So changing the content is very simple. You simply select the image, change it, double click the text, etc., etc., etc. Social media icons is the same principles as the footer social media icon settings, so you can refer to that if you need help with it. Now, if you want to add more team members, go to the layers tab and select the team member layer, and then just click Control D or Command D to duplicate it as many times as you need, and then change the image, change the name, the position, and the description, and it's as simple as that. If you want to remove a team member, select him from the layer tab, select the team member layer, and then just click delete, just like that. So this is how you manage the team members. Then we have the case study page where we have a bit more space for each case study, so you can have a bigger description, you can have a video that breaks down your case studies, or you can remove this. If you do not have a video, you can simply hide this. So go to styles, make it not visible, and what you can do is you can insert a frame. So just drag it in like this, make width fill, height fill, and then from here you can insert an image. Let's say you want to showcase a Facebook ad dashboard. You can simply take a screenshot, import it here, choose the image, make the fill type fit, and you should be good to go. If you want to bring back the video, simply select it from here and make it visible. So this is actually a Vimeo component, so you will have to use a Vimeo link here, and to enter your Vimeo link, select the video and then put your URL right here, and it's as simple as that. Now if you want to use YouTube, for example, you can right click and click replace with Framer and then replace with YouTube, and here you can put in your YouTube link. So this is how you manage this section. Okay, next up we have the careers page. Now the careers page is actually managed through CMS, so if you want to add or remove open positions, you should go to the CMS menu here in the top menu and then select careers, and here you will see the active open positions that we have. So you can select it, you can change the name, you can change the slug. We have full-time or part-time, we have location, the application link. So if you use LinkedIn to accept applications or Google Forms or whatever else, you can just plug in your link right here. And then we have a short description. I wouldn't recommend going anything more than what we have visible right here. So just a short snippet of what you really need for the specific position is perfect. So this is how you can edit the active positions. But let's say you find somebody for the cold email specialist 2 position, you can right click and just delete it. And if you want to add a new position that opens up, you can select new item here, fill out all of these fields, and that will automatically make it show up right here in the careers page. So you cannot edit them directly from here, you have to edit them from the CMS menu. Okay, next up we have the get started page, where we are using a Calendly embed to give our users the opportunity to book a call with us. So how you can add in your Calendly is you need to select it, and then let me pull up a Calendly link. Okay, so what you have to do is just copy your Calendly link, go here, select the Calendly widget, go to the right side, and here next to calendar you should Control-V paste your full link. And we actually have to remove a few things from here in order to make this work. So select everything from the link, right up to the first slash. So right up to here, right after .com/, select everything and delete it. And then once you do that, you will see the calendar actually change. Now sometimes Calendly has, for example, this month equals January or whatever. If you have this, make sure to select this end bit and delete it, because once January passes, your Calendly will be stuck on that month, and it's just not good user experience. So what you will have to have here is just this basic part, and this is how you can insert your own Calendly. Finally, we have the blog page. So to add different blogs, different articles, what you have to do is just again open the CMS setting from on top, select the blogs, and then here you will see all active articles that we have. And then you can select one of them and edit everything. So you can edit the title, the URL, the date it was published, the image, we have a category, and then here's how where your content will actually live and be structured. You can have different headlines. You can select this, make it an H4, H3 or whatever. So this is how you can do that. You can also insert images, you can insert videos, codes, you can have bullet points and numbered lists. So this is really what you see is what you get field. So make sure your content is structured nicely here, and it will appear nicely on the website. Then we have the author image. Now I would recommend to have an image here, but if you don't have one, you can just leave this there and you won't show an image. Now on author name, this is good for SEO. What you can do here is, for example, enter your name here and then select it and link your social media profile. This could be a LinkedIn, a Twitter profile, and this just adds to the credibility of the website and makes it better for SEO. So this is how you manage the articles. Now if you end up needing extra fields for the articles, you can edit the fields here, but these are the basic stuff that should do a good enough job for everybody. If you want to add a new article, simply select new item, fill out all of the fields, and you should be good to go. If you want to remove an article, right click and then delete it. So this is how easy it is to manage the blog section. Just like that, we removed one of the articles. And then we have the single blog page, where if you want to edit the styling of it, for example, let's say you want to remove this last section, you can select it and make it not visible, and this will be applied to all blog pages. So yeah, this is pretty much it when it comes to managing the blog page, and I hope this was useful to you. Now, if you end up needing any extra help with something, if you're stuck anywhere, you can always reach out to us via our website, wisetemplates.com, and I will do my best to help you out. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.